Good evening, folks. Mickey D here for Cold Beer Sports on a wet Thursday evening with a mix of stuff for tomorrow. Today wasn't a bad day. Harvey's Key done the business, well backed, went off 6-4, won. Very cosy. It's great to tip a winner and for them to win so snugly that you don't have to sweat. Thanks to God in the last 3 weeks, a lot of them that we have won with have won on the snaff, and we hadn't to sweat any photo finish or anything. So he'll probably go up 10 or 12 pound as they'll be out quick enough again with a mandatory penalty, and he's one to follow. He's a good job. It's only his 5th lifetime run. He'll make a nice little chaser as well. I didn't see Miss Mulligan's race, but I seen the result. So I seen to the 5th, don't know what happened. I'd imagine when it drifted out like that, she's not that big of a mare. Weight carrying wouldn't be her strongest suit. So maybe up a grade and down in weight, and we might have a watch for her again. I seen him in Rim, won at 4-5. God, that was money for Jam. 4-7 last night. He'll make a great chaser as well. Since he joined that new stable, he's a revelation. So he's one to keep an eye on it as well. Now I'll rush on because of a lot of stuff to get through. 2 Trixies for tomorrow, right? And I was going to explain. Someone was asking during the week about explaining. I haven't time tonight. I will do it just another evening. But what we're going to do is with those is a €2 Trixie with a €2 each way Trixie with a €2 each way treble. So that bet will cost €20, right? But there's 2 trebles involved in that. You have a treble already incorporated in your Trixie, and I'm also saying to put the other treble in. So anyone that bets that online has the option of cashing out, because otherwise you have a €4 treble. I think that's why I wasn't communicating that properly last week. So you'd have a €4 treble going, or a €4 each way going then. So I've 2, an each way selection and a win bet as well. And I've an each way then for Saturday. Right, let's horse on. All over the shop here. Each way Trixie. The 240th Exeter Gunsight Ridge for Ollie Murphy and Aidan Coleman. He won a pint-to-pint in Loughrea for Dundalk in May 2019. He won a novice hurl and a second run back after a wind operation. He got a rating of 120. He was second to Gowell Road in a handicap hurl, and Gowell Road, who went on, as we know, to bigger things, was 122. Now he's not as good, but he's not a bad horse. So he was third behind Hometown Boy in a handicap hurl as well, and he was rated 130. Echo rated 133. He was run off 122. In his first chase, he was third off 127 over 2 miles. And being a former pint-to-pint winner, he needs to step up in distance. Now there was 2 horses rated 138 and 132 rated horse behind him. So he's in the Trixie, the first leg, but he's a 7-2 shot, and put 2 pints win on him as well. He's up in trip to 2-3 tomorrow in Exeter. I expect him to go well. Actually he's a second leg. The first leg is the 150 at Sandown, Bothwell Bridge. It's his first run in a novice handicap chase. He's after having a wind operation. It might be the time to get him. Nicky Henderson and Nico de Bonville. So he was pulled up in Aintree the last time he ran, but that was in a grade 1 that senior Lucinda Russell's horse won. So 5 times out of 6 he has been in the first 3. He's also a 7-2 shot as well. That's the second one. And then the third one is the 345 on the Goo in Newcastle, Engles Rock for Lucinda Russell. It has been first or second in his last 2 runs, both at Newcastle. He's a big galloping type. He likes the surface. So that's your 3 for we'll call it the A Trixie, right? Then in the B Trixie is in the evening. We're going to put in 2 of Comers. We've got to get them right sometime. Eskimo Lil ran first time out the last time at 125 to 1. It was bet a nose and a nose. And the horse that was in the race as well, Cheval Blanc, is in tomorrow and he's a 2 to 1. And Eskimo Lil is 11 to 2. So it's a second run. I know Johnny Murt has won there as well out of No Nay Never, but as an each way bet at 11 to 2, like the other one is 2 to 1. It's just rocket science to put him in instead. As Joe said, he has the value there. In the 7 o'clock, then No Show, Jimmy Mangan, better known as a national hunt trainer, great man from Cork. He had the winner of the Galway Plate in 1997, Stroll Home. I was there that day and I was in a great session that night, one of the best nights of all time in the Hole in the Wall. That's when I could party all night, and there was a great man there on his back that day, Paul Carberry. He was swinging out of the rafters in the Hole in the Wall that night. So Jimmy has this horse tomorrow. He's a 4-year-old out of showcasing, and he was rated 76 when he was leaving Richard Hannon after 4 runs. Good ground on a step up and trip. Seemed to do the job after he was second in Gordon Park in September. He ran the next day in Clonmel, a mile 2, good ground of 53. He had 2 runs in Dundalk, but they were both at 6 and 7 furlongs, or sprinting distances. He ran the last day at mile 3. He was drawn out of the car park in 16. He's drawn 9 this time. Joey Sheridan is on him, claiming a few pounds. I expect him to be fighting out the finish. Now he's a 13 to 2 shot with the Green Bookie, and they're paying 4 places. I think that's fantastic value. 2 pints each way on that. And he's the second leg in that Trixie. And the third one then is Dr. Patrick in the 7:30. He's 5 to 2. He lost it down the last night when he was bet by his stable companion, something Seymour. So he'll be the third leg of that. So you're talking grand prices there for an each way Trixie and an each way treble. And you have 2 pints each way on No Show at 13 to 2, and a 2 pints win on Gunsight Ridge. Now, the each way bet that I picked out for Saturday is in the Beecher Chase, and Kimberlite Candy, I know he's 9 or 10 to 1. He was second the last 2 years. He's only a 9-year-old for Tom Lacey. He goes well fresh, but what's more important to him as well is he needs soft ground. He fell in the Grand National, was pulled up last year, which is good to soft. So good, or a soft ground, and I heard Joe saying the other night there was a lot of rain forecast, and soft ground should be good enough for him. So they're paying 5 or 6 places in that. Look around, shop around for the best value, or if you fancy him, quarter the odds, whatever he is as well with some bookies. So do what suits yourselves. There's what it is. Now, I always like the humour about the Dublin people, and the women can be as funny and as quick on the tongue as the gentlemen. So there was 2 women, Mary and Margaret, they were out picking carrots one time in Rush, County Dublin, and Mary and Margaret. So Margaret put up this big mushroom out of, or a carrot out of the ground, and she just says, Jesus, she says, this reminds me of my husband's knob. Jesus, Margaret, do you mean by the size of it? No, the bleeding dirt of it. Mickey D, over and out. Bash the bookies tomorrow. Let's go.